Quick thought on getting Tyson Barrie into the lineup.
Well, we don't know officially yet what our lineup's going to be for tomorrow, but we do feel like we have 8 defensemen that are all capable of playing, and I like it because it's competition where I feel like it forces the guys to be at their best. So if Tice does come in tomorrow, I know what we're going to get from him, and I have a feeling I know what we're going to get from the other 5 guys as well.
Right. What can you say about what you've seen from Tyson? Should he get in, and just the idea that here's a veteran who's been through quite a bit in his career and waiting and putting his best foot forward?
Well, he's mature. I think you touched on that with the veteran, so he understands how to play the game. I think that's one thing for sure, and we all know he's got a special skill set, so he helps the power play, however that may be, whether it's bringing the puck up the ice or moving it around in the offensive zone. That's one of his strengths, so we want to make sure we try to take advantage of that for sure.
What goes into determining, especially on that second power play unit, if we want 4 forwards or the 2D? Like when you're making that decision, what goes into it?
Yeah, a lot of it's personnel. I mean, if there's situations where Tyson's in the lineup, pretty good chance he's going to be on there, right? So, and Rast has done a good job so far this year. So those nights we typically would lean to 2 defensemen. But once some of the injured guys start coming back, it muddies the water a little bit for us. So that's again where the competition starts to become an important thing, where the guys that are giving us the best chance to have success in the power play are the ones that are going to stay out there. So I like the way it is. The guys have to make sure they're at their best all the time.
Ryan, you said that you more aggressive style this season in terms of gap control, like at the blue line or closing time and space, like in the neutral zone. Like, have you found like that increase in aggressiveness has worked out for your club? What goes into it?
I think so. I think the D-men have done a good job of setting an early gap, so they're staying up more in the offensive zone than we have in the past. But a lot of that work falls on the forwards, because you can't ask your D-men to stay up if they don't trust the forwards are going to come back as hard as they possibly can. So whenever we have a good night, or whenever we practice the right way, when we're talking about gaps and reloads like that, there's 5 guys that are committed to doing it together. So it doesn't work one without the other.
Because Menko was saying he knows he needs to improve his game. First of all, would you agree? And second of all, if you do, where are the areas you'd like to see him take some steps?
I don't know if I would agree with him. I think there are stretches of the last game that he played. He could have done a little bit better job moving his feet, so I think that's probably one area. But he's creating, he's being dynamic, and that's what we look for him consistently. I do feel like he is more of a threat or a dangerous player when his feet are moving. So now you're combining the hands that he does have with a guy that's very good on his edges. So the push from us to him always is about making sure you're making plays and you're creating with your feet moving.
Anthony Mantha's had a really strong start here, but talking to him, he just sort of said it's only been 4 games. It's about consistency for me. Is that what it is? What we want from him?
For sure. I mean, when you look at him, he's a lot like Kuzi in a way. But he's a better player when his feet are moving too, because he's a big man that's hard to handle. So if he's controlling the puck and he's driving defensemen wide or getting to the net without the puck, he's a very dangerous player. So I think some of our conversations that we've had with him has been about consistency. We want him to be a guy that has impact every night. Now, I know you're not going to have your A game every night, but if you're off a little bit, it should be a B+ game, and that's what we're really pushing him on.
How close is Kevin to being cleared to play?
Very close. Like, we had him out of the non-contact jersey, so he's checking all the boxes right now. So hopefully we'll see him back sooner than later.
Ryan, in terms of asking your D-men to pinch, like be more aggressive with the puck now, like, is that just sort of this is the way hockey is going type of thing, and that's why you're asking them to do it?
I don't know about that. I think you look at your team a little bit, areas that we felt like we had to be a little bit better at this year, and part of our game plan is to be a little bit more aggressive up the ice. So the guys have done a good job with it so far.